The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the PPW Championship.
Here we go, folks.
This match has a 30-minute time limit. Referee for this contest, Sparky Baller.
Well, this man right here has battled back from a big-time injury, and the Flying Lion, Main of Plenty, is ready to go tonight for his shot at the championship of Phoenix Pro Wrestling. And what a return it is.
First, the challenger. He is fighting out of San Jose, California. Weighing in this evening at 165 pounds, he is a former APW Young Lions Cup champion. He is the Flying Lion, Marcus Lewis.
Before he got injured, we saw him here in PPW. Him and Virgil Flynn tore the house down. He was in the PPW Championship Tournament with Jeff Cobb. And I'll tell you what, folks, if you want to track down a match of his to show you just how good he is, he had this match with Timothy Thatcher at Premier Wrestling out of Gilroy last year. That was one of the best matches in Northern California in 2015. But boy, does he have himself a test in the force of nature. And for almost a year, it's been his company.
And his opponent making his way to the ring, fighting out of Nabuki Khan Dojo. Weighing at 317 pounds, he is currently in his 256th day as the current, reigning, and defending PPW champion. He is a member of the Honor Society and the Force of Nature. He is Drake Frost.
Just 100 or so days shy of a year as PPW champion. He has set down challenger after challenger, and his war with Jeff Cobb at our show in March showed that he could take down even some of the best wrestlers on planet Earth. And tonight, folks, as he throws his shirt over towards me, some things never change. Tonight, folks, he will have a very interesting matchup with the Flying Lion. And I'll tell you what, the champ looks to be in pretty good shape. 150-pound weight difference between him and Marcus Lewis, and there it is. The PPW Championship right in front of me. And here we go, our main event for the night. Marcus Lewis and Drake Frost for Drake Frost PPW Championship. It was Marcus Lewis who lost to Jeff Cobb in the PPW tournament in the opening round, and he locks up, and well, you kind of figured that was going to happen with Drake Frost as he pushes Lewis back, and he just pie faces him, saying, "Are you really going to try that with me?" And Lewis, he's really kind of developed this persona of the Flying Lion. At 165 pounds, it still takes a lot for him to not want to get in there even with the biggest and the best. And right now, the biggest and the best here in PPW is trying to get at the Lion. And you can see the scowl on Lewis's face again with the pie face. And he'll chop his way back into Drake Frost and send him into the ropes. And Frost, who we said had that 150-pound weight advantage, charges like bull and takes a couple of shots to the stomach. Battles out. Lewis, with a kick to the side. Now the stomach. And he's trying to chop the big tree down. Slides under. drop kick, and Frost gets taken to the outside. And while the big man didn't technically leave his feet, he's not happy. 320 pounds. And he didn't see Lewis, and Lewis with a good fake out there. Moved out of the way, but you gotta watch out. Oh, and there's that kick. That soccer kick right to the chest. And Lewis now to the second rope. Oh my God, a moonsault! What a high-risk move by Lewis. And he's gotta do it. He's gotta pull out all the stops to try and take down Drake Frost. He has that 450 splash that he likes to try and finish off his opponents with. But he now has the unenviable task of trying to muscle Drake Frost back into the ring, and he somehow does. And now we'll follow him in as Frost tries to roll away from Lewis. First pinfall of the match, and presses him off at one. We have seen Frost absolutely dominate the competition. Manny Mars, no sir. Will Roberts, no sir. And like we said, he had an absolute war with Jeff Cobb in our show in March, and he held off a guy who has seen his star rise very much in the last year or so. And he is showing he can hang with the best in the world. As Drake Frost, the PPW champion, now goes to work on the flying line, Marcus Lewis. Lewis, who dealt with the concussion, and of course Frost has to know that. Almost a year that he was out. And you can see he's going right to the head with that elbow shot, and Sparky Ballard is going to have to be very careful to keep an eye on Lewis and make sure none of these shots cause any symptoms from that concussion. He said he's 100% healthy earlier tonight, but for someone who's had a concussion before, you have to be careful. Now he's going to stand on the quote-unquote mane of the Flying Lion, and he's just going to disrespectfully pull at him. And the mutton chop champion going over, but it's the Flying Lion fighting back. And right to the face, just a blatant rake of the eyes right in front of Sparky Ballard. And Sparky checking in now on Lewis, and that was an aggressive rake of the face, the eyes, and a knee right to the back of the head. And I'm just I'm looking every time that there's a shot to the head, make sure Lewis is okay. Cover 1, 2, Lewis kicks out. So he's fighting hard. Lewis right now knows he is going to have to climb the biggest mountain PPW has to offer, the dominant champion. He won the vacant title last September, and since then has been an absolute force. He's not named the force of nature for no reason, folks. But here's the Flying Lion fighting back. Forearm shots, laying in to the force of nature. Oh, but look at that boot. And that's the other thing about Frost. He's 320 pounds. He's a big guy, but he is athletic. He can go off the top rope. He's got good flexibility. He's got great power. And now he's going to easily pick up the Flying Lion. Body slam and sends him down. And now this elbow drop coming. Nope, it's a leg drop. We usually see him run that elbow drop. And he says, that's it. Looks at me doing it. 1, 2, but a kick out by Lewis. And this is what Lewis is all about. He's faced some tough competition in Northern California. A youngster, but he has gone up against some of the best. He's one of the top young talents here in Northern California. But Frost, who after winning his first singles championship, has been doing everything he can to hold on to it, is well in control against Marcus Lewis here. And now that rear chin lock with the knee right between the shoulder blades, bending him not at the small of the back, but at his shoulders. More pressure on the sternum. Harder to breathe there. saw Lewis trying to fight out of it, but a single shot puts him back down. And Frost just on another level right now. And just a chop with that left hand and left arm. And another one. He tries to pattern himself after some of those wild old brutes of the 80s. Up, blocking. Oh, a choke. The flying line with the Goozle. And now a Goozle. And a choke slam and a big one from Drake Frost. My goodness. That could be it. Cover, hook of the leg, 2. And oh my goodness, did Lewis kick out of that one. And Drake Frost can't believe it. He's talking to himself right now. Flying line going for the Goozle, and, well, I don't think Sparky Ballard's the problem. I think it's the guy who got his shoulder up. Drake Frost has been his normal, dominant self. And he sends Lewis hard into the buckle. Those brutes of the 80s, Bruiser Brody, Stan Hansen, those guys who just went after it in the ring. And a big forearm shot sends the line down to the corner. This has been basically all Frost. He'll send the line in. And a hard whip sends him all the way down. And now just a waist lock, just a pickup. And he'll send him into the other corner. Sternum first this time. And Frost cackles. And mocking the crowd is the champion as the Flying Lion tries to get back up. Frost has been in control basically the entire way. Oh, but nicely done there by Lewis to put his leg over the bottom rope to stop it from happening, but he takes some shots in retaliation. Now he's sent in. Oh, Frost just sent him in thinking the Lion wasn't ready. Oh, and a kick back. And now off the second rope. And a drop kick, and it's right on the money. And could this be the opening for Marcus Lewis? Drake Frost, who has faced many smaller wrestlers before, none quite like the Flying Lion. The determination, the fire, and the duck of the clothesline by Lewis, and now he tries one of his own. He's going to need more than that to put the big man down. And so he'll come off the ropes for a second. And maybe a third. He'll duck one. And he'll fly into him with a third, and a drop kick sends him back into the ropes. He still can't get him off his feet. And now a whip in the ropes reversed. Ducking this one. And a double clothesline. And neither man goes down. That drop kick sends Frost back into the ropes, and now he's down in the corner. Lewis trying to get the crowd behind him here. Bringing himself up is Frost. And Lion saying 10. And he's going for the 10-shot elbow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And he readies, running number 10 with authority. And the big man spaghetti-legged. But he reaches out and grabs at Lewis, sends him in, ducking a clothesline, snapmare, and he's going for that back kick and got it. Mill kick, standing moonsault, he got it. Lewis cover, hook of the leg, and a 2 count. He's going to need more to put down the force of nature. Lewis going over to Frost. Frost picks him up and sends him into the corner with authority. Right into the stomach. And now Frost trying to find his win after Lewis's recent rush. And now he's going to put him up top. He might be readying a superplex. We saw his mentor, Sir Samurai, do this with JR Kratos in an absolute war in the match before this. And a headbutt rattling that head of Marcus Lewis. Trying to superplex, but Lewis blocks, grabbing onto that top rope. Lewis again blocks. And a shot to the stomach. Frost losing his grip here. And the flying line with an open hand slap. Oh, he's down. Lewis sees it. This could be time for the 450. He's trying to call his shot. He got it! 1, 2. Oh, he almost got it. Almost a new champ. And he can't believe it. That's his move. And that shows you what Drake Frost has been about. It's going to take a lot to bring down the force of nature. A European uppercut. And a second by Lewis. Lewis into the ropes. Nope. Goes behind. German suplex. No, Lewis flips out. On his feet. Charges in. Pump kick. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, another one. This is getting close, folks. Lewis on 2 separate occasions. That close to becoming champion. The man who main evented the first ever PPW show, giving it his all here to the force of nature. He charges in. Oh my God, the Uranagi! And now Frost, trying to find his whereabouts, now rolls into the cover, hooks the leg and only 2, as Lewis is able to kick out. And Frost can't believe it. This is unbelievable. And he's saying, where's the 3, Sparky? Where's the 3? And he can't get too mad at what just happened. He needs to be back in this match. We've seen Lewis make his battle a much tougher match than he thought. Readying that lariat. Charges, ducks, back in the ropes. Oh my God, he hit it. Lewis, he might be out. 1, 2. Oh my God, he kicked out. How many men have we seen him finish off with that lariat? Everybody has gone down to that move. There hasn't been a single man he has faced that has gone down to that lariat. And now Frost just kicks at the head of Marcus Lewis. He has to come up with something else. Picks him up and slams him down. And he says he's going up, and this could be that falling lariat. When he was with Sir Samurai, this was their tandem finisher. Oh, but Lewis gets up, and a Pele kick brings Drake Frost down across the top turnbuckle. What does the flying lion have in mind? Trying to get that massive leg of Drake Frost over the top, and an open hand chop. Lewis to the outside. We've seen this before from him too. Trying to spring up into a Rana. Oh, he does fall, but he gets back up and lights him up again. Now he's going to be more sure. He's going up and going to try it the traditional way. But Frost hangs on. Oh my God. And now brings him up. What is this? Oh my God! A fisherman buster from the top! 2, and that's all! And that right there, Drake
And your winner
shows why he is the man.
PPW champion, the force of nature, Drake Frost.
And as he embraces with that belt and he stares down the flying lion, it is now absolutely clear that everybody is gunning for that man right there. But the question is, who is going to be the man to take that from him? 9 months in, and the longest reigning champion in PPW history is still the man. The force of nature, Drake Frost, takes down Marcus Lewis, and his next challenger awaits. What a war. What a way to finish this off. Hold it. Now Frost chasing off Ballard. He puts his title belt on the top. What does he have in mind here? He's taken enough. Oh boy. What? We don't need this. We don't need this. and he's just gonna dump him out on the stage. The Flying Lion gave it everything he could and then some, but even that is not gonna be enough. The line is there. Who will dare cross it? As Drake Frost is still the alpha male, the force of nature in PPW. Thank you for joining us. We will see you this fall at the Phoenix Theater.